Yo, look like we might have another good one. First and foremost, as always, shout out Mr. Black, OneCrimeTV. I don't know how he does it. He just put together these montages of documentation that they always go crazy. But let's just watch this one. The house on Elmhurst Road.
Oh my God, I already know. So what happened?
We're still investigating that, ma'am.
The kid's okay, right?
We're still investigating everything right now.
Because me and the girls, you know, we always talk. Oh my God, I already know what the red take is. Oh my God, all of them dead.
No.
I'm MrBlack, and this is just one crime.
I'd love to work with Mr. Black one day.
At 6:15 p.m. on October 10th, 2023, police in Milwaukee, Wisconsin were dispatched to a house on North Elmhurst Road. A man named Romuan Moye lived at that residence with his 3 homeschooled children, Shakina Robinson, Brianna Robinson, and Jacarie Robinson. While Romuan previously had a girlfriend named Sarah, she never lived at that address. In fact, she died a few months earlier in July of 2023.
Oh.
From around 2 weeks prior to October 10th, Brianna, 17, and Shakina, 15, had been
Writing this down.
Lon Robinson. This meant the only child in Romuan's care at the time was his youngest son, Jacarie. Jacarie had recently turned 12 years old. But Shakina, Brianna, and Jacarie were not Romuan Moye's only children. In fact, he had a total of 6 with Yalan. The pair also share an older son, then 22-year-old Jovaeus Moye. I tried to find pronunciation on his name, but I didn't have any luck, so I hope I'm saying it right. Roughly 4 or 5 days prior to the call that dispatched authorities to the house on Elmhurst Road, Jovaeus described visiting his father outside the property. He told authorities that his dad was acting abnormal. He described Romuan repeatedly taking deep breaths for what appeared to be no reason. He explains that he expressed concern for his father's well-being that day and told him to stay in contact before leaving. He and his father were sitting outside in the car. Jovaeus never entered the house. In the following days, Jonah and Romuan exchanged messages about Shakina and Brianna. The sisters wanted to come over to the house and visit with their father and little brother Jacarie. Initially, Romuan agreed to this, but when Jovaeus tried to drop off his little sisters on October 8th, no one answered the door. Romuan responded to his son,
Oh, that means something been happened to that little boy.
Via a text message saying he wasn't home. This was the second time Jovaeus had been to the house on Elmhurst Road, and no one had answered the door. He was deeply concerned about his father. Romuan had recently told his son that he'd been diagnosed with cancer. In the past month leading up to October 10th, he furthered his claim, telling Jovaeus that the disease had progressed, leaving him with very little time left to live.
He was playing that boy. He loved his
Upon
little
hearing
brother.
this revelation, naturally, Jovaeus wanted to spend more time with his dad. But unfortunately, Romuan had become evasive and avoidant. On October 10th, once again Jovaeus found himself at his father's door with knocks answered by no one. He called out to his father saying, "If you're in there, please come out." But still, no one responded. Fearing something badly wrong, Jovaeus let himself into his father's house. And as he made entry, he was confronted by a mixture of terrible odors. But what his eyes found in that house left him in shock, crying uncontrollably, and it prompted the call that dispatched authorities to the residence. What you're about to see is the body cam footage from the officers that responded that day to the house on Elmhurst Road.
Can I ask you something though? Yeah. When you walked in there, was there anything that kind of looked out of place? Anything out of the norm?
The house itself. When I went in there and I seen the house.
Oh, look at that little. Hold on.
Ever in my life expected this.
Damn, you see that little baby? He went from that healthy looking just to that. That look like an older kid too. That's crazy. You know how hard it must be to like do that to your father, even though it's your father and like something happens to your little brother. It's like he could have called his dad first and what happened and let him explain. No, he did the right thing. He immediately called the police.
I seen that house. I never, ever, ever in my life expected this.
Don't watch police. If you're in here, announce yourself. If anyone else is in here.
Alright, is there anything on your side?
You going down to the basement?
I'll hold
Alright.
the entrance.
I'm on your 6, Osana. Creep, 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 creep. I'm on you.
I got ours to the right. There's a mattress.
Okay.
If you want to hold my left.
Yep, go for it.
Local. Another part of the area. Dirt. Also Rick.
Is there a room off to the right? Can you see my flashlight?
No, it's a wall right here.
Alright, I'm moving in.
That's not a big house at all. It's a little square.
Cobwebs down here. No one's been down here for a while.
Hey, we're clearing the basement coming up.
So we could take one thing to the first floor and upstairs, so to the off. That's the hallway and the rock.
Yep.
Johnny? Yep. Good. You go to room, Sonny, now.
Apparently people are supposed to be living here.
Yeah.
Alright.
What do we got? It's important.
Alright. Clearing this level.
Was the basement clear too? Just let dispatch know.
Yeah, he's been there for a minute. You alright?
That's alright?
Yeah.
Alright.
Clearing out these closets, it'll be good to go in there.
Alright.
Whose bag is this?
There's two of them with sand.
Clear?
Because just do the stoppage right check.
Alright, bring it up here.
Squad 7269. 69, can you just do a call history search for this location from past month?
You already checked. He's close. No. The classes in there? Yeah.
From September 1st, today's date, that's the only call.
What was that for?
This is the only call with the OE.
Alright, disregard that. Have we seen anything goofy on the ground?
Goofy?
Yeah,
Like in what sort? For something suspicious?
just something that catches the eyeball.
Yeah. I mean, besides purses.
What is this?
Is this house occupied?
It's apparently he was just staying here.
Where's the DOE?
Right here. Right here.
Oh.
Doesn't even look lifelike.
He was just by himself.
Hey, he's been there for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know who lived next door?
A dude and a bunch of little girls.
What you mean, do like a grown man?
A grown man and some girls. That's all I see over there. A grown man and some girls.
When's the last time you seen them?
Maybe last week.
Last week. So it's the 10th now.
Skipping. They need to get out of there, trampling over everything. Need detectives.
No. Do you know if they rent the spot or own it?
I've been living here 3 years and I barely go recall.
No.
I know it was an older lady there first.
Beef jerky up is crazy. That's
It was like, it's about 4 or 5 of them, I guess. I don't know.
And you never knew their name?
No.
And that adult was a black male?
Yeah, he was tall. You know what? I just seen them. It was, one day last week.
he was. It sounded like he'd been there for like a month or
That's
at
what we're
least
trying to figure out who
3-4
stayed there.
weeks.
We're trying to figure out who lives there.
That mean they've been over that little boy.
Who lives there? Okay.
If ain't nobody there, why y'all putting all this people?
So we can get it figured out and try to investigate and see who called us down here, because first the door was open. So we got either a missing child or a missing adult, and that's what we're trying to get figured out.
What the red tape mean?
He don't want to tell her. He don't want to tell her there's a body over there.
I'm putting it all over here. Like, wait a minute.
Yellow police tape often means limited access to an area, while red tape is used to express a dangerous or more serious crime scene. Red is also an indication that the taped-off section is strictly prohibited. It's hard enough to try and comprehend what the cops saw in that house. The mess and mold everywhere was hard to fathom. How could someone live like that? How long had that child been there? And of course, how did he end up there? These were the questions on everyone's mind. But when you consider that the original person who discovered the body and called it in was the victim's own relative, Jovaeus Moye, the heartbreak cracks deeper. Jovaeus found his little brother Jacarie on the living room floor under a cover with part of his face eaten away. The 12-year-old boy was skinny and barely recognizable. The cops questioned Jovaeus on the scene, where he shed more light on those living in the house on Elmhurst. In the videos you're about to see, witnesses' faces were blacked out by law enforcement before the media could be released. Now, as the case has been closed, many redacted names have been revealed.
I don't know if I ever seen red tape.
Brother, right?
Have ya?
Was the door unlocked or was it locked? It was unlocked? Okay.
This poor boy
Is
can't
he
even
supposed
talk.
to have his cell phone with him?
Jacarie?
Yeah.
He have a cell phone, but I don't even think that is on.
Okay.
I don't even think that's on, bro.
How long ago did you start getting concerned from?
I've been concerned for like the last month, but it really got serious like within the last week.
Yeah.
Cause I was distant, my dad been dodging. Like every time I come over here, every time I come over here to like to drop the kids off or something to him, he'd say he's not here. But I'm like, how you not here if you just told them? So,
how did the other kids not see it?
Cause he been texting me today saying he only got a couple days left to live. Like yesterday, last couple days, and telling me like his been messing with him. He said he only got a couple days left to live. This and that. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, Dad, he said he don't want us to see him like that. So he been staying away from us. So I'm like, Dad, I need to see you. Like if you only got a couple days left to live, I need to see you. I'm like if you got and if it's that serious, I need to spend time with you before you leave. So he been telling me that I don't have. He been telling me like no, I don't have the energy right now. As soon as I get the energy, son, I would definitely you can definitely see me.
So this boy went from, oh my God, my dad's about to die. I'm the oldest sibling. I gotta take care of these 5-6 kids. Oh my God, he don't want to see me. What to my dad killed my little brother. He's in the house. Oh my God. Like, he gonna need help.
Like, I just knew, I'm like, no, something.
You just felt something wasn't
I
right.
just knew it, because I'm like, he don't never dodge me like this. He never dodged me like this. So when I finally got over here,
wow.
I stood at the door. I called his name. I was at the door, I was calling my dad, and I'm like, Dad, if you in there, please come out. Because I thought he was just lying about not being here. So when I opened the door the first time, nobody was in there. I said, Bree, I came back out and told my girlfriend, I said, nobody in here.
Beef jerky.
So I went back in again, I said, let me see if he left my granddad pictures. Because I'm like, if he left my granddad pictures, then something wrong, because he cared about my granddad pictures. Yeah. So I'm like, if he left that in there, then something wrong. So I go back in there to see if the pictures and everything is still the same. Bro,
Well, how old are you?
21, 22.
And
I'm sorry, 22.
And he's 11.
Yes, he's 11.
11.
So that's about a 10-year difference there.
So I moved out at 18, and I really haven't been here that much since then. I've just been popping up to visit my dad here and there. I've been popping up here and there to visit.
Has the house ever looked like that?
Been here, like really in like some years. I haven't actually sat down and actually stayed here in some years. Every time I pull up, my dad to come outside to me. Cause he been saying he been trying to move real bad. Like I was supposed to help him move and this and that, but then he got sick, so he put that on hold and saying that he don't have too much longer to live. And everything just wasn't adding up. Everything just wasn't adding up. It just wasn't adding up. It wasn't adding up.
Can I ask you something though?
Yeah.
When you walked in there, was there anything that kind of looked out of place? Anything out of the norm?
The house itself.
Just in what words?
Quarter, complete, like as if like no one lived there.
Because I was about to mention, is the kitchen usually like that?
Dude, I was off for words when I went in that house, man.
Yeah.
When I went in there and I seen that house, I don't know, bro.
What school did he go to?
Huh?
What school did he go to?
I went in no other school.
Wasn't even enrolled?
No, bro.
So, like, in your opinion, because obviously we don't know you, you have more insight on this.
That wasn't weird?
Do you think your dad was just? I mean, what was the relationship between him and Jacarie?
Honestly, bro, he's been telling me that the last couple of months that Jacarie has been like real bad, and that he's been keeping Corey away from us. And I've been wondering, I've been wondering why he can never come with us. Every time we go somewhere, it's always the girls. He always let the two girls come, but he never let Jacarie come. And
So he been dead for a minute.
She's been asking me like, why Jacarie never can come to nothing? He always got to stay here. Why is that? So then,
why nobody been checking on the mom, the brother? Ain't nobody been checking on him? Did they ask the two girls? Was Jacarie in the house? Like everybody just forgot about Jacarie?
I never, ever in my life expected this. My dad don't even. I know my dad, bro. And he don't even seem like the type of person that would do something
Hell
like that.
yeah, sad.
I'm in shock of anything,
Yeah,
bro.
not saying that anything was like done out of spite or anything. It's just is he like a skinny kid?
Dude, and that's another thing. He's got super skinny over time. Like the times I didn't see him, like for his birthday, I seen him August 19th. He was super skinny. Like I try not to really say nothing about it, but I'm like, damn, like the fuck was he eating? Like did he starve to death? What the fuck happened to him?
So he's seen him 8/19. It's 10/10. So so far he's been dead for about a month probably.
So you saw him August 19th.
Yes, that was like really the last really good time I saw him, because he asked me can I stay with him. I gave him some toys and I was about to leave, and my little brother said, can you stay with me for a little bit? And as soon as he said that, it hit me. I'm like, damn. I sat and played with him with his toys for a little bit on the porch, about a good 30 minutes, and I left.
That little boy was
Had a
hungry.
big brother figure, man. That's the thing, and I tried to tell my dad, like, let him come over, Dad. Let him play the game with me. Let him come to my house. He can chill with me. This and that, Dad. It's I don't understand it, bro. I'm lost. I'm lost.
I don't understand
I'm
either.
lost, bro.
I don't understand
And
either.
we haven't got a hold of Dad.
No, he's not going to answer me back.
Where's Dad at?
I don't know. I popped up over here because I thought he was lying about not being here.
Yeah.
He told my grandma.
And my kid, like how? With CPS in the school, how is this kid this 11-year-old kid not enrolled in school. Nobody said nothing. He just flew under the radar.
That he wasn't here, and all the days I've been coming, he kept saying, "I'm not there. I'm not there." He like,
Let's just watch. Let's just watch.
My mom said she gonna send the police over here because she can't see Jacarie. So after she said that, he said she could send the police because I'm not
I believe they
anyway.
were maybe in on it.
Like,
That sounds more reasonable than
when he said he went there,
everybody just forgot about him. He's skinny.
So I went inside the house. I went in there myself today because I wanted to get confirmation for myself if he was really gone or not. I didn't believe him when he said that. I didn't.
And then, when's the last time you spoke with your dad?
Today.
Oh, you spoke to him today?
No, yesterday. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yesterday. My bad. I apologize.
No worries, man.
Yesterday.
You got a lot of stuff going through your head.
God, bro. Spoke with him yesterday at 5:52. I just showed up the office like Monday. It said Monday 5:52. Last time I spoke to him, he said he would see me soon or something like that. It's the last thing he told me. My dad is a secretive type of person. You don't tell me too much or nothing. So I have to find everything out on my own. Just like today, I wouldn't have never if I wouldn't have never went in that house, my little brother would have been sitting in that house for I don't know how long, though. I swear to know how he died.
That's gonna be for the medical examiner to figure out.
Did he strangled? Did he kill himself? Or no, he couldn't kill himself.
I'm honestly thinking, I think starvation. I think he left Jacarie in there. I don't know, man. I don't know.
But he had a
Jacarie is 11 years old. You telling me that 11-year-old couldn't open the door? And why the mama? Is this his mama? They got different mamas because they're a little bit too calm for me, yo. I'm mad. It's not even my family member. I'm mad.
Right? But my little brother had a cell phone, but he don't have a face. He don't have a Facebook, bro.
What that mean?
He got one, but
he probably was scared.
I'm not really.
I mean, explain to me your brother's his verbal skills, his communication. Were they like up to 11-year-old? Were they like sound mind? Like he could have a one-on-one conversation?
Definitely.
Okay, so if something was going on, do you think he would have found comfort in you, at least kind of disclosure? Do you think that he was in fear of something else?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time I spoke with him, he's never speaking to him alone. And every time I asked him, was he okay? He tell me no. Every time I asked my little brother.
Every time I asked him, was he okay? He said no. And did you dive further into that? Are you kidding me?
And I see him, I'm like, Car, you all right? Because I can see it and he just looks super down. For a little kid don't look down every time you see them.
Yeah.
A little kid is supposed to be happy. So every time I see him, and the fact that he'd tell me every time, no, I'm not okay.
Hindsight.
As a kid, you telling me you're not
all
okay.
This.
I knew something wasn't wrong, but as a big brother, I didn't want to think nothing of this nature.
I get it.
Without going in
his mind, like if his dad raised him and he never did that or had that animosity towards him, he probably was like, nah, like that ain't happening. But you never had no, dad, what's up? Like Jacarie looking a little emaciated, yo. Like, can I take him to eat? Like, what's going on? Because ain't no amount of he a badass kid don't mean he eat. Like, none, never.
To it too much, right? Was there like any history of abuse or anything like that?
Yeah, are you mom?
Yeah.
You gotta talk to you real quick, okay? You mind
She a little
coming with me in my
too.
smart car?
She supposed to be yelling and mad. What that mother? Like, why she?
Your dad raised you, right?
What? Honestly, sir, my dad never beat me.
See,
I'm gonna be honest with you. He may have had his times where like he was super hard on us.
Yeah.
Because he was a harsh person. Like when it come to punishments and stuff, he was harsh. Like he would punish us for weeks. Like he would take something away from us for weeks. Like when it comes to punishments, yes, he was harsh. But as far as hitting, he didn't like to hit us too much. That wasn't something he liked to do. Like, no, I was 19.
He might not hit him. He was just keeping food from him.
Dad with him?
Yep. He was with us the whole time we was out here. He was sitting up on the side porch and I was letting him play that toy. I was just letting him play with everything. Didn't want to leave him because when I was going to walk back to the car, he told me like, he said, can you stay and play with me for a little bit?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, I got you, go. I definitely go. Because like I said, I don't be here often because I'm grown, so I do move around.
Yeah, you got your own thing, you know.
So it's like, I I don't be here as much as I wanted to for my little beggar, man. I wanted to be here as much as I could for him. My dad was the reason why, bro. He stopped me from a lot. I wanted to see him so bad, bro. Like, but up to this little point of him acting weird, I was coming over here almost every week.
I'm trying not to judge this boy,
like this. This
young man.
Like, up to this point, I was the last one to see my dad.
And that was 5 days ago?
5 days ago.
Here?
Yes, here. In the quarters. I didn't go in. I never. When I come, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't never come here. I don't never go in, bro.
What did you see like
When I seen him that day, like I said,
was he out front? Right?
He came outside. He always come outside. He come through the side door. He'd come in the front, and he'd just get in the car with me.
What you said?
So when he got done, when he was in the car with me,
they're trying to see if he tell the same story.
Smoking and we were talking, and then I just kept looking in his face. I knew someone right with him. I kept looking like, cause like he been telling me he been sick, so I've been thinking that's the reason why he been
with cancer.
Yeah, with cancer. So I've been looking in his face, and he don't. He had like this little like a drain feeling look in him. So I looked at him like, "Dad, you all right?" I asked him that like 2-3 times before he got out the car. He just kept looking at him like, "Yeah, son, I'm good." So he said, "All right, son, I'm finna get in here and me and Corey finna go make this run."
What run? What's that?
I don't know. He said me and Corey finna go make a run. That's the last thing he told me.
How was he gonna do that with no car?
My dad walks a lot. He always walks with the kids a lot. Where they go to? Sorry.
I don't know.
I came here looking for him.
Right.
Honestly, I came here looking. I don't know where he's at.
They want him to.
Is he with the 2 girls?
No, my sisters is at my house.
Right, so the sisters are good.
Yeah, they at my house.
Okay.
Yeah, they good.
So the only person we're missing out of this house is Dad right now. Dad doesn't drive. How old's Dad?
So the mom, what type of mother would take 3 out of 4 of her kids? You got the older son, the 2 girls, and Corey. What type of mother would find it acceptable that happened? And the cop hasn't asked them yet. Like, so did the girls say anything about Corey if he was good? Let's just keep watching. I'm gonna stopping. Let's just.
Where you
Okay.
I'm not sure. See, he born in 78, so.
78. Okay, so
40-something.
does Dad work at all?
No. All my life, me growing up, my dad never really worked. Bro, my mom has had a suspicion, bro, but I didn't want her to really think that. Like, no, don't think that, my little. Like, don't think that. Like,
Just what was her suspicion?
but she been thinking like, cause my dad has not been letting him come out the house. He's never, like every time my sister and them go somewhere, it's always them. It's never him.
A suspicion. She had a suspicion.
The mom knew that.
So my mama knew like something weird. She like what is going on in there? Like what is he doing to him? No. But my sister and them would come back time to time. That's the thing. Like my sister and them, we just picked them up probably like 5-6 days ago. So if he been in there for a minute.
He's been in there for a minute. How is it that the youngsters are living with you now?
No, that wasn't. See, that's the thing. He sent them off because they was at my mom's house. He sent them to my mama's house, like I want to say some days ago, because he said that he wasn't feeling good. He said he needs to go to the hospital to get the treatment.
Oh, okay.
He said he had to go get a treatment, so he sent them to my mom's house because he said the house.
But not Corey.
He's basically like he need a break. We need a break. He's feeling sick. This and that. So when he said that, my mom didn't really think that it was too weird at first until how long that they've been over there. Yeah. Usually my dad would let them stay for about a good 2-3 days, and he ready for them to come back home.
Let them stay?
They've been over there till now. Still now. They've been over there for about a good week or something, probably longer than that. So that's what really raised the red flag on like what's going on, because you keep saying you're gonna get the kids back, but you never came and got them. It's like, what is going on in there?
And this is a 15 and 17-year-old girl, right?
Yeah, 15 and 17. They live with me. They with me now.
They didn't mention anything about what might be going on inside this house.
That's the thing.
What's the thing?
We don't. No.
Nothing was mentioned at all. Well,
it's like
how was their physical appearance? Are they like well dressed? Are they groomed properly?
Well, I'm sorry.
The girls.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My dad couldn't really do it all. He didn't really have money to really do it all, so they wasn't looking the best, or they wasn't always sometimes up the court like they should have been. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
While authorities dealt with a clearly in shock Jovaeus Moye, they had a conversation with the victim's mother, Yolande Robinson. It turns out, Jacarie had been kept from Yolande for quite some time.
You said you talked to him today?
Yes.
Yeah.
I showed him all the text messages and everything. And I asked him when I got my girls that Tuesday, I asked him, can Jacarie come? He said, Jacarie want to stay with me. I'm going to buy him a game. I said, okay. I said, oh, that's cool. You know, I said, maybe he's trying to get it together now. All that time.
Jacarie's 11 years old. You can't get on the phone. Hey, boy, why don't you want to come with your mama? I ain't seen you in a long time. What's your daddy? Nah, mom, I'm all right. What? They all have to be some, they all got to have some ism or be on the spectrum. They better all be. Oh, my God. What?
He was in that house. Like I said, ain't no kid that bad where you got to take his life. I'm sorry. And it's so funny because he sent me a text. He said, I need you to watch the kids. He said, because I need to go to the hospital. And I said, what? So I'm thinking, did he hit Jacarie too hard with something and Jacarie gets bled out or something? And he lay down and just probably died or something?
She talking like she in the comments looking at this video like us. Not like a mother who carried somebody for 9 months and love them. This I don't know if she in on it. I'm judging her right now. We got a whole lot to go, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm just thinking about, I know. I'm just all over the place. What he could have possibly did to take your son's damn life. I understand you going through, you just lost your girlfriend. I understand that. Damn, your son.
I forgot about that. The girlfriend died a couple months back.
Did he tell you where he was at when you talked to him? Right?
No. He just said, I told him I was going to come and get Jacarie when I got off from work. And,
she ain't crying nothing.
He said Jacarie would be with you very soon. That's what he said. Jacarie's coming to you very soon. Right.
I don't even like the way you said that. That sentence. What's that mean?
That's all he said to me.
In a casket?
That's crazy. And how many kids does he have? I'm sorry.
He got 6 by me.
6 by you?
All 6 by her.
And did you guys just like, is this a new girlfriend or it's been a couple years that
he's been with, but she's passed through now.
Okay.
So I'm thinking.
What the other two at?
Cope with that, with her dying, because I guess they were supposed to be getting married.
The
like
brother, 2 girls, Jacarie.
I don't know if he just couldn't cope with her death and just took it out on Jacarie. I don't know.
And you have all the other kids, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It ain't right.
Okay. When's the last time you talked to him on the phone or even talked to your son?
I haven't talked to. First of all, I haven't seen my son in over 3 years. He kept him away from me for 3 years.
Okay.
I don't understand that. I talked to Jacarie about maybe about 5 weeks ago. I had got the girls again. I said, Jacarie, Romuan, where's Jacarie? He said, he right here. I said, Jacarie, man, you gotta be good so you can come over and have some fun with us. He said, okay, mama. That was it. That was the last conversation we had.
He's 11?
And he said, okay, mama.
Every time when I would call Romuan and ask him, can I see my son? He would tell me no. He's too bad. I said, Romuan, a kid is never that bad where they can't see their mom. That's his book.
Romuan, listen, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm going to call the police and I want to see my son. I don't care how bad he is. I want to see my son. Maybe he need his mama. I don't like it. I don't even know if she in on it. I just don't, neglect.
Then I get a call, just getting off of work. I got a call. My daughter said, Mama, I knew it. Jovaeus found him dead.
Multiple neighbors in the area were questioned, but hardly any could provide more insight regarding life inside the house on Elmhurst. Most of them recalled the girls living there, but hardly any of them remembered seeing.
It don't matter. Custody and she didn't. You not gonna send 4 or 5 of the 6 kids, and I ain't see him in 3 years. Not a picture, not a text. But we could see the other ones. No. Hell no.
Jacarie at all. If they did recall him, it'd been a while since they'd seen the kid. One local resident came forward with some information that just might paint a darker picture of what happened the day Jacarie was found. Specifically, a haunting detail involving the moment Jonah went into that house on October 10th.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Officer Ellis.
If her son would have came there and be like, Mom, I seen Jacarie. He said he ain't all right. No. He said every time I asked him, is he okay? He said no. And then what happened? Did you ask him why he's not okay? It's like everybody was too busy. At the very least, they all just neglected him and they were just too busy to check up on him.
Oh, my God. Don't tell me nothing wrong. But I just want you to know, I live back here, okay? And the father came out this back door talking about, damn, and all that, cause it was a red car that was out here.
Okay.
She scared it off.
When was this?
Had to be about, how long y'all been here?
I wouldn't even know. I just came on scene. I'm sorry. Okay, so
today?
This pissing me off because I know he got daughters.
do you know who lives here?
Yeah, I know the dad and the kid.
The dad and the kids? Yeah. How long was the last time you saw anyone in there?
Huh?
When was the last time you saw anyone in there?
The dad was just in here.
Today?
He came off the back.
Do you know Dad's name?
I don't know his name. So what happened?
We're still investigating that, ma'am.
They don't want to tell nobody.
The kid's okay, right?
We're still investigating everything right now.
That means no, right there. That lady's
So
smart
you
enough.
saw before we got here.
A red car. It was a female. She walk like, here, burnt rubber. Like she did or something. Or maybe she seen somebody in here dead and got frantic or something.
Okay.
I don't know. But I want to know because I was asking the dad. I said, are you okay? I know what's going on.
So she spoke to him. She spoke to this man.
Girls, we always talk. Oh my God, I already know what the erratic is. Oh my God, all of them dead.
No.
This possibly inebriated lady seems to be implying that just before.
Yo, is that a common thing? I watch all these body cams. The red tape is not that common. Like, is it?
Before cops arrived, Romuan Moye himself exited the house reciting expletives just after a car with a woman in it sped away from the house.
Watch out, man. Don't get hit by the car.
No further notes indicate exactly who this was or what time it happened exactly, but I do believe that when Jovaeus discovered Jacarie, he had driven over to the house with his girlfriend. I also seem to recall mention somewhere of Jovaeus leaving the house to get help or notify friends or maybe even family directly after the discovery. I could be getting some details misconstrued, but if what I think is correct, I believe Romuan Moye was in the house hiding when Jovaeus discovered Jacarie. That would certainly seem to make sense of his neighbor's story, but as it stands, this is just my opinion.
Oh, so he was in the house and he bust in and then he went out the back like, fuck, and then he left I didn't even think of that, Mr. Black. And you right, Noam, Black mama grab you by your ear. My aunt used to do that in the grocery store. Boy, get over here. What? The top of your ear? What? That boy looking emaciated?
When the autopsy was conducted, it found that Jacarie had a healing fractured right humerus. The doctor noted that this injury was very large and an irregular pattern for a fracture. The boy's left humerus was also fractured. Then 2 additional healing fractures were found on the child's ribs. News reports called this a case of neglect, but it's clear that there is so much more to this terrible story. After the discovery at the house on Elmhurst, Romuan's mother, Jacarie's grandmother, sent a message to Romuan. She told him to turn himself in because he was going to prison for life. He responded back that he was going to die and that he wouldn't be around for that. With so many unanswered questions about how...
I had to look it up to make sure. So the humerus is basically the arm bone. And he had a fractured arm bone.
Something so horrible could have happened to a 12-year-old boy. One massive question needed to be answered first. Where was Romuan Moye? Wherever he went, he was now one of Wisconsin's most wanted.
A Fox 6 exclusive about one of Wisconsin's most wanted. A Milwaukee man accused of starving his son to death is on the run. The 12-year-old boy was discovered by another sibling inside their father's home.
For the first time, a Milwaukee homicide detective is sharing details about this case. Fox 6's Ashley Sears explains the urgent need to find the father.
Police are investigating the death of a 12-year-old boy found malnourished and decomposing.
A disturbing case. Autopsy revealed the
12-year-old
had several broken bones. With details difficult to comprehend.
My skin is actually crawling right now.
For Milwaukee homicide detective Michael Driscoll, this one is different.
All cases are big, but this one has deeply disturbs everyone involved.
He's been investigating since the body of 12-year-old Jacarie Robinson was found inside his father's Northside home in October of 2023.
The facts in this case go beyond disturbing. They're kind of cut deep into your soul at times.
Investigators describe the home covered in bushes from the outside as a place of horrors. Within, 3 kids living there with their father, 45-year-old Romuan Moye, controlling everything.
The conditions inside the house were unlivable. Human feces, urinating in jugs.
Investigators say Moye often used food as punishment, with strict rules for when the kids could eat. He deemed Jacarie as bad, simply for being hungry.
He was beaten, he was choked, he was stomped.
2 weeks before the boy's body was found, his siblings were sent away. An older brother grew suspicious and found little Jacarie covered with a blanket on the living room floor. He spoke with Fox 6
Crazy
on the
thing is, if he would have sent them to school, he would have ate.
phone in the days that followed.
Yeah, it was very hard for me and my family.
Focusing more on the boy's short life.
He was my everything, Jacarie was Jacarie, no matter what.
Their father hasn't been seen or heard from since. He was charged with homicide. A warrant was issued for his arrest. Milwaukee police and U.S. Marshals are actively searching for him. It's believed the 45-year-old is still in the area.
A person like this needs to stand before justice.
Detective Driscoll trying to honor a little boy's life by searching for his killer, giving the 12-year-old something he says his father never could.
It's like, who gonna take
Jacarie
him in? He got to be running on his own.
He needed love. So.
Reporting in Milwaukee, Ashley Sears, Fox 6 News.
Failure to thrive.
After 4 months on the run to avoid answering questions regarding the death of his son, authorities finally received some information that led them to the man they'd been looking for.
It's been 4 months since 12-year-old Jacarie Robinson was found starved to death in his Milwaukee home. Tonight, his father, who'd been on the run for months, is in police custody. CBS 58's Bryant McRae joins us in our studio with the events that led up to Romuan Moye's arrest. Bryant.
Yeah, good evening, Amanda. According to court records, an arrest warrant went out for Moye 5 days after his son, Jacarie Robinson, was found dead in their Northside home last October.
That's way too long.
Police say for months they could not find Moye for questioning. This weekend, that all changed when they say an outside source led them to his arrest.
What we thought was maybe a really small investigative lead for us. And so something that we thought was maybe really small ended up pointing us in the right direction.
Milwaukee police officer Thomas Kotnick with the Special Investigation Fugitive Apprehension Division is one of the officers responsible for ending a manhunt spanning several months.
I was relieved.
Sunday afternoon, just before 12:30 near Jackson and Kilbourne, Kotnick, along with his partner, Officer Brandon Rutherford, arrested 45-year-old Romuan Moye. Moye was wanted in connection to the death of his son, 12-year-old Jacarie Robinson. According to investigators, Moye allegedly starved Robinson to death.
This is a dad who wouldn't give his child food for discipline. It's incredibly sad.
He ain't had a
Michael
decency
Driscoll,
to just
detective with the
take
Milwaukee
himself
Police
out.
Department, says when Moye was wanted for questioning, he vanished.
For all intents and purposes, disappeared. He left the house. He left the house that night and has not been seen since.
Officers say for the past several months, they have been gathering information on Moye's whereabouts.
Mr. Moye has evaded being apprehended for the last number of months.
On Monday, Moye made his initial appearance in the Milwaukee County Court, where he faces several charges, including first-degree reckless homicide, chronic neglect of a child causing death and bodily harm, and failure to report the death of a child. Officers hoping Moye's arrest can bring the family of the little boy one step closer to closure.
There's a lot of people that had a lot of questions over the last couple of months about what we were doing. How come he hasn't been found yet?
You the
so I
outside
think
source?
it's a step in the right direction and makes everyone feel a little bit better.
Now, Natalie and Amanda, if convicted, Moye could face up to 82 years in prison. We're now reporting live in the studio. Bryant McRae, CBS 58 News.
Romuan actually hadn't gone very far. According to him, he'd been in a local shelter and then just hanging out downtown. He was questioned by detectives that were at the actual crime scene. One of them was the one that spoke to Romuan's older son. Throughout Romuan's interview, he showcases this odd stutter. I'm not sure if this was something he always had or if it was something he developed in light of recent events. He also talks very low and mumbles. It's frustrating. I had a hell of a time doing these subtitles, but you'll need to watch the screen during this interview. You won't have a clue what Romuan's saying otherwise. Had I been an officer in the room, I'd have pretended to be half deaf to get Moye to speak up.
Thank you, Mr. Black.
And you used to be married?
Engaged, right?
Engaged? Yeah. To Sarah, right? Okay. What ended up happening with Sarah? She got sick, didn't she?
She took some pills. She overdosed.
Really? Was it intentional?
Oh, he probably killed Sarah too. He unkilled
When
Sarah.
I was 16, I had a cousin that decided to shoot herself in the head. She took her own life. I will never forget that day. And it was,
Yeah. I just got a lighting for you, man.
It really, I mean, it really changed me. My aunt, her mom was never the same. So I can only imagine, being a cousin, how much it affected me. I can only imagine, someone in your place, what you went through with that. So I'm sorry you had to go through that. Is that still tough on you?
No remorse. Smoking.
Sounds like you had a lot of stuff going on in like the last couple of years here.
Building rapport is the most important thing an interrogating officer can do.
But it
we can
feels
already
nasty.
see this at work here. Multiple cigarettes are on the table for the suspect to consume at his own pace. The cuffs are off and the door to the room has been left open. However, there is a caveat to the situation. Romuan was taken in on a warrant. He's not free to leave, and the layout of the seating in the room makes that obvious. Romuan is sat in a corner while the two detectives and a table block him in. If this was chess, Mr. Moye would be in check. The answers he provides during questioning will decide if that will graduate to checkmate or not.
So, have you been eating at all? Really?
I have, but almost these last a couple of days.
Yeah.
I've been like,
It feels so crazy that they got to build this rapport. The inside of their soul, these officers is like, this mother, I just want to rip his heart out, asking him if he ate. That boy starved to death. Oh, they got to do it though. They got to do it.
Something going through your head right now or something?
Just everything, just everything that's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just talking. We're getting all these moments over and over and over.
It's tough, man. Well, would you be willing to kind of explain things to us and
I don't even know where to start.
What was that?
I don't even know where to start.
Start at the last time he was alive.
Answer or either I answer or either I won't answer.
Okay. Before we do anything like that, I do have to read you your rights, okay?
Romuan has read his rights. Nevertheless, he consents to the interview without the presence of an attorney.
Obviously, we're here because of Jacarie. So the main thing that we're wondering here is what happened with Jacarie.
I think Carter always has fun, but I'll just be specific.
What kind of problem?
It's like, have you want to say and just do whatever you want to do with all types of stuff. Got to be hard way, or you hear him, or you try to attack.
Oh, he's saying the little boy tried to attack him?
at that point, then it started getting to where he just wanted to do this. I still alive.
Is he stuttering?
So he had some discipline problems?
Yeah, a lot.
What was he stealing?
Just like my food, and I couldn't. I understand at first because he was getting fed.
Okay.
And after he got eaten, it's like he wanted to get up in the middle. He wanted to get up in the middle back, and he wanted to start again. Like you're the egg card. That someone he just started getting worse.
Okay. So he kept on stealing food and stuff?
Yeah, then it started getting to the point where I couldn't even take him to the stores because again, he started stealing.
Because he was hungry. Now, if a child's stealing candy, right? If they going in, there's apples, oranges, and they stealing candy, okay, stop stealing the candy. You only gonna have one piece. But if he's stealing actual food, if he's going in there drinking the mustard and eating the bologna and making him a sandwich and trying to do it, then you're undefeating him.
Were you the only one in charge of him?
Yeah.
So you got the two girls that were there. What were their names again?
Brianna and Shakita.
Brianna and Shakita?
Shakita.
Okay, Shakita.
He's stutter.
Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot their names. So you're in charge of all three of them by yourself. That's a lot to take on, especially if Jacarie is having discipline issues too. So, I mean, splitting your time up between the three kids. I only have a 1.5 old, and he's so much work.
The mom's not really in the picture, right? If I remember correctly, she said you have custody, correct? Of like all 3 kids. Full
Was she
custody
on
of all of them,
drugs or
right?
something? She must have been on drugs.
When was the last time you saw Jacarie?
When was the last time I saw him?
Yeah.
Alive.
October 10th? What do you remember about October 10th?
No, that's, okay, so he died on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
But I had stayed in the hospital with him for
a couple weeks?
Probably about a week.
Probably about a week?
Let's make note of this information. Romuan claims Jacarie died on October 3rd, but when the child was found on October 10th, there was significant degradation to the condition of his body. He was badly malnourished, and part of his face was already gone. If Romuan was in the hospital for a week at the time of the kid's death, there's no way for the body to have decomposed this fast. Furthermore, in order for a 12-year-old boy to starve, estimates indicate at least 6 to 8 weeks. In some cases, a few months. Regardless, Jacarie absolutely did not starve to death in 7 days. Sure, one could die from water in just a few, but not food. If Romuan was around Jacarie in the weeks leading up to his death, he would 100% have seen the boy dying.
How did he die?
I'm guessing to the point like while Sarah died, it's like I stopped caring about everything. So I it was like I wasn't feeding him.
Okay.
So it's just like
So Sarah passes. You have that to deal with. And you're unable to mourn yourself. And then you have the 3 kids that you have to watch. And I'm guessing everything just kind of piles up. It gets way too much.
Yeah.
When's the last time that Jacarie ate before October 3rd?
I wonder was any food in his stomach.
I can't remember.
Damn, it was that long.
But I think for the last 2 days, I think I wasn't beaten for the last 2 days.
2 days? Okay.
Romuan just said he wasn't in the house for the last 2 days. I assume he means the last 2 days of Jacarie's life. This means the child was only alone on October 1st and 2nd before Romuan found him dead on October 3rd. 2 days is not even enough time for someone to die of thirst. Unless, of course, the boy was already in terrible condition before Romuan left him there. Romuan's statement is a contradiction to what he said earlier.
Why specifically Jacarie? Because the girls were well fed.
I just stopped. I just like hearing.
So were you just not making him food, or was he not allowed to eat?
Something like that.
Like which one?
You weren't allowing him?
I was beating him cereal. Yeah, tonight I won't pick him up.
You don't know?
I just stopped. Like I said, after Sarah died, like I said, I couldn't work every day.
But not the girls.
So was Jacarie able to go into the kitchen and grab food if he wanted to, or no? What would happen if Jacarie went into the kitchen and grabbed something to eat?
Actually, I wasn't even paying attention. I was most of the time out after I Sarah had done. I just lay on the couch and just like I didn't care.
Well, I mean, there was food in the house.
Yeah.
So why wasn't Jacarie eating the food though? I mean, we're not here to pass any sort of judgment, okay? In fact, I can understand where you're coming from, having to deal with all of that.
It was hard for that officer to say that. It was hard.
At this point, we're just trying to understand, okay? We're trying to make sure we can get you the help that you need if you want any sort of help, okay? We're trying to right as much as we can in this situation. You get what I'm saying? Okay?
They are most certainly not there to help Romuan, but appearing as though they are is the best way to keep him talking. That's why these detectives are being so nice to him. I'm sure it's got you screaming at your screen.
Why are they being so nice to him?
I get it, but what's a couple cigarettes, manipulative manners, and false kindness if it inches us closer to justice for a little boy? They could come in there and bad cop the hell out of Romuan, but at the end of the day, he'd just clam up and shut down the interview. Or he'd ask for an attorney, one who'd likely claim any information given during the interrogation was done so under duress, and that could make it void in court. These overly nice cops are doing exactly what they should do.
We know, Mr. Black, we know.
I mean, I know the house wasn't in that state forever. I mean, there was running water, you know, all the sinks were pretty much clogged. You know, I don't think...
He had a 17-year-old sister in there. How did they not say nothing or go to school? And
I'm guessing after Sarah, it just kind of...
It was like I couldn't make myself, like, do it again. Like, even now, like you said, like I knew, I thought up. And I smell bad. I stopped washing up. I just stopped doing it. I just let everything go.
Yeah.
I just didn't change.
So when did the girls leave before Jacarie? At what point did the girls leave?
They left after I noticed that he wasn't alive. I knew I didn't have I seen him like that.
So Jacarie was clearly isolated from his two sisters when they lived in the house. Romuan claims he just gave up everything after Sarah died and links this to the reason Jacarie starved to death. But he still managed to feed and somewhat look after the girls during this time. He was even aware enough to send them to their mothers once he noticed their brother had passed away. As much as Romuan Moye claims he just gave up on everything, The more he talks, the more it sounds like he just gave up on Jacarie. Regardless, losing your girlfriend is no excuse to beat and starve your 12-year-old son to death.
Okay. So, you said the last time Jacarie was alive was October 3rd, correct?
Yeah.
Is that when the girls, you got the girls out of there?
Yeah, I got them out. I got them out the other time.
Did they see Jacarie?
Yeah.
They saw him on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they know what was going on with Jacarie?
No, I didn't tell them. I just told them he was sweet.
They ain't stupid.
And then they went with their mom, right?
Yeah.
So, were you not allowing Jacarie to eat?
Yes, I'm like that. I can't even have me go without I just stopped. That just happened. That's what we love. But stop, I know it. Still be late.
It ain't just wasn't one mistake.
That just happened.
It could have stopped. You stopped it. Could have stopped it 2 months ago.
I wasn't just ready for you to know.
Okay. Can I ask you, were you punishing him because of how you felt? Did he remind you of yourself?
He was way different than me.
Then why Jacarie?
Well, because the way he had to like more than anybody.
Okay. Was Jacarie getting punished in other ways too?
Like, as far as what?
He had some healed, broken bones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You forgot about those.
From him getting punished for stealing the food?
Yeah.
When did those happen?
Like, what happened?
Yeah, when did he get punished for stealing the food?
I think, yeah, that started happening right, like, because at first I wasn't doing anything. Well,
you know how long you have to break a bone and then it heal? He might not have been able to open a damn door.
I was pushing like not letting him like the game and stuff and all that, like taking stuff that I know they like to do. Then they became like punishing him like as far as carrying my whoop and stuff.
Now that's not a whooping, that's abuse. It's not discipline.
So it turned physical after that?
Yeah.
Did you ever take Jacarie to the hospital for? No? Okay. Did he ever complain about? No.
He didn't even complain. He didn't even complain.
I'm like, man, I didn't even realize I was doing all of that. I mean, I was a whooping, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Was the whooping separate punishment from preventing him from eating, or is it because he was stealing food?
Because he was doing something like that, or like if I would out, I can go anywhere, like to the corner store or whatever, but when I came back, the girls was always saying that he did this and he did that, because it wasn't, like I said, it was I still mostly, but then he attacked them or he'll pick on them for no reason, stuff like that.
Okay.
So what are some of the things the girl says he did?
They would say that like if they was on the phone talking, like he'll start stuff with whoever they was talking to.
He was saying, help me, help me please, they're keeping me in his house.
Like he'll cuss them out. And for a while, like if I left, or if I know if I left for a long period of time, I'd give him. I wouldn't really let him have his cell phone. But then I had to start taking that away because he started going on Facebook and started. He'll write somebody or he'll inbox somebody. Yeah, your customer. And that's stuff like that.
It sounds like he's a bit of a handful, right?
I couldn't understand that at first.
Well, it's understandable to me. Sounds like Romuan often left a 12-year-old boy and his 2 older sisters alone in a house for extended periods of time with no one to look after them. I guess he expected the teenagers to mother Jacarie while he was skirt-skeeting downtown with his girlfriend. A girlfriend he clearly wasn't doing a good job of making happy. Of course a 12-year-old boy is going to rebel when his father is never home and his mother's been banned from seeing him. I understand that. But what I don't understand is how Romuan could break and crack multiple bones on a 12-year-old boy before starving him to death and not realize he was doing it. I don't buy it when he says Jacarie never complained. I sustained 2 cracked ribs in a boxing match in Belfast, Northern Ireland once, and let me tell you, you'll complain.
One contest by unanimous decision, Black in the red corner. Yeah! Your officials of the because you'll be in pain for months. God forbid you get a cold in the middle of it and you have to cough and sneeze. Romuan is full of shit.
Okay.
Mr. Black out here putting people down.
The last time Jacarie was alive was October 3rd, correct?
Yeah.
Is that when the girls, you got the girls out of there?
Yeah, I got them out.
He was dead before that.
I got them out the other time.
I find it oddly convenient how well Romuan can remember events like Sarah dying on July 8th and Jacarie dying on October 3rd, yet when asked questions that directly correlate to how his son died, his memory goes fuzzy for some reason. Don't worry, I'm not trolling on people with stutters or stammers, just this one. I also find it odd that a starving 12-year-old boy, who Romuan claims is just so defiantly out of control, would strictly obey orders not to eat while surrounded by food. Especially while his dad is either not home or passed out high on the couch. Yeah. Romuan wants us to believe that this extremely disobedient little boy obeyed a do not eat order to the point that it killed him. All the while, no one was actually enforcing the order. That doesn't make a lick of sense.
Damn, like, once I was at the house and was able to come, and after a while too, like, I was I smoke weed too, so I think that kind of clouded my mind. I just really trying to see what he do, because I had stayed on weed. And I couldn't understand what he was doing, like, half the stuff that he was doing.
When did Sarah pass again?
Sarah passed.
July 8th? Okay, so
you can't tell me he ain't killed Sarah.
You're actually going through a lot, right? At what point after Sarah passes does the preventing him from eating kind of kick in?
It probably kicked in. Probably like maybe like after getting up there. Because for a while I just stayed on the couch and I was like I sleep around.
Sleep good.
And sleep a lot, trying to do this into the days.
So how would you prevent him from getting food though? Because I mean, I believe there was like ramen noodles and stuff like that in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you stop him from eating that though?
So I was just telling him if he didn't stop, that I would take his food away.
Okay.
Kill him?
So if you caught him with food, you would take it away from him?
He said if you didn't...
Yeah, I was telling him that if he didn't stop...
You would do what to him?
Take it away.
Now he lying.
If he didn't stop his food, his problems.
That don't make no sense. He already took it away. He said I will beat you.
Start taking the food away. Is it like a rule? Is it like you catch him in the kitchen, something were to happen? Like, how would you kind of enforce his punishment?
No, I would just tell him that he couldn't, and he never did. But like, if I left, he grabbed something anyway.
Then if you came home, what would happen?
What I do, I did for a while. I had him doing some push-ups.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I stayed for a while. I was having him do push-ups.
Have him do push-ups?
He don't want to get to the part where he put his hands on him.
So the problem is like, you know, for someone to pass the way that he did, I mean, he would have not eaten for quite some time. So in the before October 3rd, okay, how much do you think he had eaten? You know, when's the last time do you think he was given any sort of food?
I can't remember. I mean, I was beat, like I said, I think like I said, when he passed, I think he went like 2 days without eating.
2 days without eating? Yeah. Okay.
Was he allowed to drink water or anything like that, or was it just the food you were taking away?
It was the food, because I was allowed him. Still I drink water.
Okay. I mean, did you know this was gonna happen with Jacarie?
Oh, it was like I wouldn't know. It was like I knew, like if he went that long, but it was like I didn't think it was that, because I know I had one. I don't know. It was weird. It was like it was like I knew he could die, but I didn't thought he would die off of that. I don't know. That's how weird though. That's how it was at the time.
You knew he would die, but you didn't think it would happen.
I knew if he went like a long period of time, I knew he could.
Okay.
What's a long period of time, do you think?
I was thinking like a week or something.
So like 2 days would have been fine, but a week probably wouldn't?
Yeah.
Were the punishments helping with his behavior? Wasn't helping at all?
So you ain't changing it?
Then?
Well, like I said, to that part, I have no idea. I don't even know.
What about the whoopings? Because he had some pretty serious injuries. Can you describe these whoopings to us?
I just remember taking the ass whooping.
I mean, would you punch him? Would you, like, how would you whoop him? I mean, what?
I had something.
He just don't want to say what he did. He know what everybody else did.
Like a shoe or something like that.
With a shoe or, okay.
Something harder than that.
Something different?
No, I just don't think I remember it.
Whatever was next to him.
Shoe.
The shoe? Okay.
Every time he went and found the shoe.
So he passes on the 3rd. The couple of days before that, I mean, did you know that he was getting close?
No, I didn't. I didn't realize.
You didn't even realize?
Not at all.
So after he passes, what do you do?
I was in shock. And I just stood there like, I didn't know what to do.
You knew his life was over.
I didn't know what to do. So, the only thing I did was I just sat there. Got back in the house with him. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
Did you think about calling for help?
No.
Can I ask why?
I don't even know why.
You know why?
Because I'm shocked. I didn't do the help I was here. Because I never met with him in that, so I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid. I didn't know what to do.
How long did you stay with him?
I stayed for like a week.
Like a week? And then where'd you go?
That's where I was with. So that's why I went downtown.
You went downtown?
When was Jacarie's birthday again?
August 19th.
So Sarah passes in July, his birthday is in August. You know, your older son came and dropped off presents for Jacarie? for his birthday?
I think that same day. I think that same day.
Was the whoopings happen on the punishments for him stealing food and him not listening? Was the whoopings happening when his birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. So pretty much from, just to make sure I'm getting everything, from pretty much from shortly after Sarah passing all the way through him passing, the food punishments and the whoopings, they were happening? Is that correct?
Yo, he might have been doing this, and Sarah might have been like, "I'm going to tell her something," or he got mad at Sarah too and killed her. I don't see that. I think he might have killed Sarah.
How often do you think the whoopings happen? Like in a regular week, how often do you think you'd have to punish Jacarie?
Probably 3 times.
3 times?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
What was the longest period you prevented Jacarie from eating? I know you said like a week would probably be bad, but leading up to...
Like I said, the only thing I remember was like I do.
He ain't even need the ultimate feast. He just needed a cigarette.
Would you allow him to eat? Would you just allow him breakfast, just the cereal, or would you allow him to eat the rest of the day too?
Yeah, I was, yeah. So breakfast and then I'll have him eat at night.
At night? So 2 times a day? What would you feed him for dinner?
Like hot noodles or some bread or something.
Some bread?
Some bread? Are you cold?
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, we don't control the heat in these rooms.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Some bread.
So, did you notice Jacarie kind of getting, like, since July, since after Sarah passes, did you kind of start to pick up that, hey, Jacarie is not doing well? Or was he starting to get sick? Was he starting to get lethargic or tired or no?
I've been lethargic.
Because Jacarie was pretty thin.
Correct. Absolutely.
Do you think that was normal for his age, or do you think that was...
I wasn't paying attention. I just didn't really pay attention to it, like his weight and all that.
I got you.
He was in his killing mode. He wasn't paying attention. I believe that.
Blue blanket, like his blue shawl. His brother said he really loved that blue, like that blue cover he had. Is there something special about that to him?
I think my mama gave it to him for like Christmas. So.
Okay. So just like a gift from a family member, and it meant a lot to him?
Yeah.
So he had some broken bones, and we're just trying to understand exactly what happened. And the broken bones would not come from, you know, a whooping with a shoe. You know, he had some pretty strong bones in his body that were broken, and they were at various stages of healing, which means they happened over a period of time, and they were healing, and they're very strong bones, okay? Like, everyone can break their nose, right? It's fairly easy to break your nose, but like, your leg, it's pretty hard to break.
And it takes a while to heal.
Any idea why he would have some broken bones?
No. I mean, the only thing was, like I said, I was doing what I could shoot.
Sarah was alive while he was beating his boy.
I think so.
Okay.
So.
You think that might have caused it? Okay. When Jacarie was being whooped, did he like make noises? Did he cry? What was Jacarie's reaction to being whooped?
He cried.
Earlier in the interview, Romuan claimed that Jacarie never complained about the beatings, but now he's admitting that the boy cried after them. I would conflate that with complaining. These attacks were roughly 3 times a week with a weapon strong enough to break bones. Bones of an already starving young man. All for what? Taking food from the kitchen of his father's house when he's hungry? A few cuss words? The truth is, Romuan has yet to divulge details regarding a single, specific incident that shows Jacarie's behavior was extreme. Not that that would change anything, because nothing warrants breaking bones or starving a 12-year-old child to death.
Did he have any issues walking after
or any age?
Never seen it. Do you think Jacarie would tell you if like his leg was hurting or if he was having problems walking? You think he would?
I thought he would anyway. Because like I said, when I saw the reports, and I was like, it was like he never, I never saw him hurting or said he was hurting. That's why I was shocked when I actually did that. Because he never could hear about that stuff.
Did he ever ask you for food?
I think he has.
Yeah. When he asked you for food, would you give it to him, or?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
But not all the time?
No, sometimes I was wait if he did something.
Make him wait for the bread.
Before October 3rd, like the couple of days beforehand, was he asking you for food?
I can't remember.
Can't remember? No.
He trying to make this boy look
the girl
bad.
Said that he was sick the couple of days leading up.
And I never noticed that.
Never noticed it?
Oh.
Where was he sleeping in the house?
Oh, he was sleeping next to me. I'll make him like a palace. Yes, I live in.
Okay, so kind of where we found him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He would kind of sleep on the ground next to you in the living room? Mm-hmm. Is that so that you could make sure that he wasn't?
I could watch him.
Okay.
So he couldn't escape.
I always had a hard time about not sleeping, and then it got worse.
When was the last time you went to school?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a while.
What's a while? A month? 6 months?
Probably a year.
When was the last time you saw his mama?
I don't know. I can't remember.
She said
Put her ass in jail too.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And she says that she was able to see the girls kind of a little bit more frequently and a little bit more freely without issues, but Jacarie was never allowed to see her because he was always acting up, right?
Yeah. But it wasn't even that that was part of the issue. But I had another older daughter.
Romuan goes on to explain that the main reason Jacarie wasn't allowed to go to his mom's house is because his oldest daughter had come back from there and began being disrespectful to him. He claims Jacarie's mother, Yolan, was telling their daughter that she didn't have to obey Romuan. Of course, this is a ridiculous reason to withhold someone's son from them for years. And bullshit reasons are not excuses. Romuan continues to maintain that the longest he remembers not feeding Jacarie was for 2 days, and he says he can't remember the worst whooping he ever gave the child. Oh, well, that's super convenient. When Romuan was asked if he ever went 2 days without food himself, he states, no, not that he can remember. But now the detective wants to know specifically what stopped Jacarie from eating, especially considering the fact that there was food in the house, and Romuan claims he often wasn't even there.
What was preventing Jacarie from getting food the last couple of days?
Shame on that mother.
It was just me.
So you were there?
Okay. I mean, was Jacarie he was free to walk around the house and everything, right?
He probably had him tied to the fucking radiator.
What would have happened if Jacarie went and got food?
At the time, I probably would have still told him no. But a lot of times I was outside.
Because there was food in his pockets.
There was food in the okay.
Now you see, this key detail throws every excuse Romuan has tried to make out the window. Think about what you just heard for a moment. 12-year-old Jacarie Robinson starved to death with food in his pockets. Could the maltreatment of this child actually be worse than we realize? I'm beginning to wonder if Jacarie was actually bound up in that house somewhere. He could have been isolated in a confined space like a closet or bathroom, but I think the truth may run us through even darker places. If someone can starve to death with food in their pockets, I would assume they're either paralyzed or their hands were bound. In Jacarie's case, I'm going to assume the latter. Maybe his hands were bound behind his back. Let's call a spade here. There's no way in hell that Romuan didn't see Jacarie's condition getting worse and worse. I think Romuan wanted him to die. I wonder if part of Romuan's sick form of punishment was to place food in Jacarie's pockets while making that food
How
unattainable.
they get that picture right
It's
there?
possible, but right now, we just don't know.
That's what I
For the
said. He
record,
probably had him on a
there's
radiator.
no evidence mentioned that indicates Jacarie had been bound, but his state of decomposition was quite advanced, so I wonder if it would have been hard to tell. Of course, Romuan might have just come home on the 3rd, discovered the food in Jacarie's pockets, and
beat
then
him.
smothered him to death. This too could be possible. But I also wonder about the exact date of Jacarie's death, partially because of the decomposition stage, but also something else. Remember that according to Romuan, he wasn't even in the house for 2 to 7 days prior to the date of the death on October 3rd.
Yeah.
But other people were, a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, his daughters. But October 3rd is also the day he sent his 2 daughters to their mother's house. If Romuan is telling the truth about when Jacarie died, the girls would have had to have known their 12-year-old brother was in the house this entire time, while their dad wasn't. So who was feeding Jacarie, or making sure he had water? Were the sisters instructed not to? I mean, they're teenagers. I'm not blaming them for this. But it
they
just
17.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Something doesn't add up. I wonder if Jacarie was indeed dead longer than Romuan claims, and then odors began to make it impossible for him to hide the body from his daughters any longer. How long were those sisters left in that house with their brother's dead body? I would hazard a guess to say quite a while. Of course, these are just my opinions and thoughts. I'm curious to know what you think.
They don't tell the brother nothing when he come pick him up? Hey, yo, we ain't seen Jacarie. He's
Jacarie pulled
stinking.
something out of his pocket and started eating it in front of you when he was on a timeout. What would you do?
I don't know, because I never saw him do that.
Was he fearful? Like, if you knew he couldn't do that, right? Like, so
You see how
knew-
he said that? You see the balls on him? How he I don't know. He ain't never do that. He wouldn't do that. I dare. You see how he said that in a weird way? Like the
If
tone?
he did that, there would be a whooping probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
What do you think caused Jacarie to die?
Probably from those last days without eating. That's the one I didn't think of.
I wish they could live stream him in prison.
I mean, he was
24 hours.
It was malnutrition. You know. There were quite a lot of bottles of like pee in the living room. Was he allowed to go and use the toilet at all, or did he have to stay just in the living room?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I just let him, I had him stay in the living room, because if he went to the bathroom, he could take his sneak off and do other stuff, so I just had him pee in there.
Okay.
So he wasn't free to roam about the house?
Not at a certain, like if he was going, not by himself, no.
Okay.
I think when he left the house, he tied Jacarie up. That's why he couldn't just go eat. And by the time he come back, he was full. He kept him there. I don't know.
How would you prevent him from going in? I mean, would you, like, was he tied up? Was he, like, kind of put in an area where he couldn't move? Like,
Yeah, put it inside the area.
okay. And how would you keep him from getting out of that area?
Just have him sit there.
Just have him sit there? Okay.
And what happened if you didn't listen and he got up and went to the kitchen?
He ain't do that.
I never really had that problem, because the only time he did that is when I wasn't there.
When you weren't there? How long would you go without being in the house with the kids?
It wasn't that long. Like when Sarah was there, it'd be like maybe 2 days or so.
2 days or so?
Yeah.
Why?
Who was in charge of the kids then?
I'm my oldest too.
Your oldest too? Okay. But then after Sarah passes, would you leave them alone at all, or?
It was like I really went somewhere, and if I did, it was mostly outside. I stayed outside a lot.
Okay.
Of course,
so
it was
pretty much
outside.
From July until October, you were at the house.
After she passed, yeah.
Okay.
And that's why Jacarie died.
When did Jacarie being kept in the living room start?
Yeah, it started. Sarah had passed.
When Sarah passed?
So pretty much everything starts when Sarah passes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one thing we sometimes do here is we let someone in your position kind of write down an explanation for family members. Is that something that you would want to do?
What do you mean by that?
Your situation.
A letter apologizing. An apology letter. Okay. It's kind of something that we will allow the family to read or see, or, you know, something like that. A way that you can explain it in your own words. Okay. What happened?
I think I did that before. I sent the text out to my cousin, and I told her to pass them on to everybody.
Okay.
The cop was clearly pulling a move to get further incriminating evidence against Moye. That's not surprising. That's expected and warranted. What is surprising is that Moye thinks a text message to his cousin is a good enough apology to everyone for beating and starving his son to death. Jacarie wasn't just his relative. Jacarie was a cousin, a brother, a nephew, and a grandson to other people, not to mention someone else's son. This shows you just how cold Romuan is. I would bet my life that there is so much more we don't know about this monster. Maybe someone else does, or maybe those secrets died with Jacarie.
Okay, so they kind of understand what happened. Do you feel bad? I mean, sitting in here with you, seems like this is weighing on you pretty heavy.
Do you want me to light that for you?
Yeah, I'll go back.
Is it kind of like a relief now to be here to kind of explain things to us?
I will say it's a relief because that's why I never came in. Because I'm always going to have these thoughts. I'm always going to have them. So.
What kind of thoughts?
Well, I'm always going to remember. It's like I'm constantly always remembering him that's done it, and I'm always remembering like Sarah. It's like all that stuff is like
just replaying
in my head over and over.
It's probably harder here because now.
Because all I could she has to do now
is sit and think.
Before his interview concludes, Romuan goes on to claim that Jacarie's behavior got bad when he began spending a lot of time with Sarah. Sarah lived downtown, and Romuan claims she didn't want him out of her sight. He stated that she would complain about having bad thoughts when he wasn't around. This, he says, caused him to have to split time between his kids.
Oh, he killed Sarah.
Allegedly, Sarah and Romuan were supposed to get married the day before she unalived herself, which is an odd time to self-depart. The only time in Romuan's interview where he really broke down and his emotions got the best of him was when Sarah's passing was mentioned at the start. But he speaks about his son with such disdain, like Jacarie was a hassle or an object in the way. I wonder if he blamed his son for Sarah's untimely departure from this earth, like some kind of
oh, they need to do an autopsy on Sarah.
Sadistic form of grieving resentment. This too might run deeper and darker than we anticipate.
Yeah,
Why
Mr.
would Sarah,
Black,
a day before marrying the man of her dreams, suddenly decide to end everything? Obviously, there's no evidence Romuan had anything to do with her death, but we know he's certainly capable of causing death to someone close to him, and he's capable of doing it in a sadistic way. Cracked bones, starving while food is on the shelves of the crime scene, and even in the 12-year-old victim's pockets. One certainly has to wonder about the details surrounding Sarah's death. Unfortunately, I couldn't find out any more information about her.
Damn. Mr. Black, we got to do that.
As of now, that's not entirely true.
Oh.
It was hard to find anything on Sarah Nicole, but I kept digging, and I finally found what I was looking for. In fact, it was someone. I'm not going to reveal who, but they were extremely close to Sarah, and this person's take on the whole situation made my skin crawl. My source claims as follows. While Sarah and Romuan were together, They weren't due to get married the day after she passed. Apparently, the relationship was abusive. He also allegedly convinced Sarah of a lot of strange things. One being that he had cancer. Well, he didn't, nor did Sarah. In fact, she wasn't sick at all. But there are rumors that Romuan might have been schizophrenic. Family and former co-workers of Sarah claimed that she told them multiple times over the years that if something were to happen to her, it was Romuan. When Sarah's autopsy was performed, they couldn't find a cause of death. But according to my source, Milwaukee refused to investigate because they figured Romuan was going away for long enough for what he did to Jacarie.
No!
But hey, what about justice for Sarah? If I'm correct in my research, there also wasn't a definite cause of death determined for Jacarie either. At least not one on record. What if Jacarie and Sarah didn't die the way it's been assumed? There's an image of Jacarie online that seems to be from a CCTV screen grab, and some people think it looks like he's been drugged. This might explain how Romuan kept him from eating. Romuan also claimed that Sarah took a bunch of pills on purpose to unalive herself. If the devil's truly in the detail, could this have been an accidental clue? Surely in Sarah's case, if there was evidence left behind that indicated foul play, it would have triggered an investigation. So how could one go about committing murder and leave behind very little evidence? Well, I'll tell you how it might be possible. Someone could be drugged with a substance like GHB and then smothered to death. GHB can be almost completely out of your system in less time than it takes for you to wake up from its effects. According to a study listed on ScienceDirect.com, smothering someone with a soft material like a pillow or a blanket or a blue blanket maybe would be extremely difficult to diagnose, especially in cases involving, get this, children, elderly, or people under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Due to these people being less capable of defending themselves, when it comes to smothering, trace evidence is subtle and injuries are often minor. Fibers found around the mouth of the body may help determine whether or not the person was a victim of a crime. If you'll remember, the cop specifically asked Romuan why he wrapped Jacarie's body up in that blue blanket. I wonder if there were any blue fibers around his mouth. And I wonder if Sarah Nicole was found in a similar manner. Of course, no one's going to test for smothering unless there's actual suspicion that that's the way the person died. Anyway, it's just a hunch and a theory, but I wouldn't be surprised if Romuan Moye was actually a serial killer. There must be someone out there who has a story about this man.
Milwaukee father sentenced today to more than 4 decades in prison for the death of his 12-year-old son. Authorities found 12-year-old Jacarie Robinson dead in his home last October, his body partially decomposing. 12 News' Christian Pierce tonight with the boy's mother and her emotional message in court.
State of Wisconsin versus Romuan Moye.
Wearing an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs, 45-year-old Romuan Moye sat in the Milwaukee County courtroom Thursday to learn his fate.
What is your plea to count 1, first-degree reckless homicide?
I'll plead guilty.
The charges:
not guilty.
Reckless homicide, chronic neglect of a child, and failure to report the death of a child, his own son. 12-year-old Jacarie Robinson was found dead last October inside a Milwaukee home near 39th and Elmhurst. The medical examiner's office describing his condition as malnourished and decomposing. In court Thursday, Jacarie's mother emotionally addressed the courtroom.
I really want to know why. All the many times I have called for Jacarie, you always had an excuse. When I read Jacarie's autopsy, I could not believe it. I said, you gotta be kidding me, when all you had to do was bring me my son.
I don't like that. Nah, she sound like a old black church mother or something. She I don't know. She's lying. Like, oh God, I don't know why. Her voice turns my stomach, like in the pit of my stomach. I can't explain it. It's just, oh.
Due to a stutter, Moye's attorney read his statement in court.
I always told myself and my other kids that I was not the best dad, but I tried. So I tried to be, and I always told them I would do my best. By what I did to my youngest son was not my best at all.
Before sentencing Moye to 47.5 years in prison, the judge, not mincing words, saying Moye betrayed his own family.
To see that emaciated body and to hear of the number of fractures and broken ribs and lack of nourishment, I don't know how someone does this to a stranger or someone they hate, but how do you do it to your child?
Just such a devastating story. Kristen is joining us live in the newsroom tonight. Kristen, the father's sentence is a long one.
Moye is 45 years old, sentenced to 47 and a half years in prison. That would make him about 92.
Why? That's it? Not 1,000? Not until the sun collide with the earth? Like, that's that. I don't like it. I don't care if he was 100 and they sentenced him to, 1,000, they need to make up a fucking number. Improper fraction.
When he'd be released. And when the judge read the sentencing, Moye remained stoic, no visible emotion.
47 and a half years. You know, because he pled guilty. So he wasn't, in my opinion, convicted of the crime that he deserved to be convicted of.
He pled guilty.
So he got 47 and a half years.
He was stuttering.
That's how
you can't
much
even hear
the
it.
justice system thinks Jacarie Robinson's life and sufferings were worth.
That pissed me off right
There were
there.
other adults in this case that really didn't do enough. Absolutely. There were clear signs that Jacarie needed help, and those were shrugged off. And some of the people who acted simply didn't act fast enough. I could unload a dump truck full of coulda, shoulda, wouldas on those people, but listening to them talk and hearing their testimonies, they don't need me. I think they understand, and they're already having to live with those choices. In this case, I'll save the bulk of my hate for Romuan. When you ask a child if he's okay and he tells you no, you must act. When you notice something off involving someone vulnerable, you must act. Jacarie Robinson is the consequence of denial. Denial of the monster lurking in the skin of Romuan Moye. You see, regardless of what Yolande said, the fact is, Romuan was never better than this. He deserves no sympathy for the sadistic ending of the life of Jacarie Robinson. There's nothing redeemable about this man, and there is no excuse for his actions. Actions I once again believe we may never fully know the extent of. The only good news is that Romuan will probably die in prison. Rest in peace, 12-year-old Jacarie Robinson. I'm MrBlack, and this is just one crime.
I said that boy was made for better. I said, Mama, the Lord had plans for him.
There'll be a sweet generation up where you fly.
But those plans didn't involve this earth.
You leave your pain on.
Must be the brother, right? They all was just busy. I feel like none of them deserve to be at this young boy's funeral. You had a 22-year-old brother, 17-year-old sister, 15-year-old sister, mother that ain't see you in 3 years. Nobody said nothing. Nobody. Just one called out of school for years. When is that even a possibility of him going out of school for years and nobody saying nothing? Like, even the 15-year-old kids talk a lot. They ain't never go to school. Oh, yeah, my brother at home. Oh, he don't come here. He don't go to the same school as you. No, he don't go to school. Or something. And the way that mother talk is just crazy.
This place ain't got no business in innocence.
Though you walk through fire.
There was nothing on this planet for
Look at that little boy eyes screaming out.
that boy but suffering. So God called that young man home.
A sweet generation will wash him down.
I'm just trying not to have hate in my heart for this family. I just, it is so difficult for me to, like, how? Can't happen in my family. No. One little, if I see a picture or somebody we ain't see so-and-so in 5 months. And yeah, she ain't let me see her. What? What?
What it gonna do? Wash you now. I know that's right.
He went home, ain't tell his mother, hey, I asked, he said, every time I asked him, are you okay? He said no. He said no.
This one, some wings. Oh, this one.
Yesterday was for my little brother, not for me. I appreciate everyone who showed up and had a good time. I'm just so thankful to be able to still celebrate his birthday. Thank you again to all that showed up. Happy heavenly 14th birthday, brother. It's so, you want to feel sorry and grieve for him, but I like, you don't deserve it. You was 22. If his brother was still alive, would he have even seen him? You seen him on his birthday. You ain't say, like, Dad, what's going on? Like, I know, like, how? If I was in the store and I would have seen that little boy and he was my next door neighbor or something, I'm calling somebody. Listen, I need to check on that little boy. Broken arms. I think he bound him up somehow when he left. He bound him up so he couldn't move. And I think whatever he did to that little boy, he did to Sarah also. Sarah just died and he said, oh, we were supposed to get married the next day and she killed herself. And then people know it. Like, if she said that, if something happened to me, it's him. And they don't even find pills. Where did he get that from? She swallowed pills. There was no cause of death and they just left it there. And then they sentenced him, 45 years, good enough. That was sick. And then y'all don't go back and charge him for Sarah. You've seen people, serial killers, get charged with hundreds of years. Drug dealers, you 200 years. Like, of course, they ain't living that long, but it's not. You can't do that for them. You couldn't do that for him. Who showed up and had a good time. I like this image, like he's standing up against his damn father. Wow. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for MrBlack for another fucking great doc on a life gone too short and something that wouldn't even been heard if it wasn't for you, MrBlack. Wow.